Alright. Where we left off was... here. Fat ass and Taka died. So... I think we're at the part where we collect clues and shit like that, right? I don't actually remember where it wants me to go. Oh, we need to figure out where the bodies went and shit like that, right? Excuse me while I walk around in circles for about 5 minutes trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing. Alright, what's in here? This is where Taka died, but... maybe a hint as to what to do, game? Would be appreciated. Oh, nope, there's still her body there. I forgot she was... Tyra is just beating up stand. This is Justice Hammer 4. Okay, so I assume I just gotta look around the school. Because I don't think it's time to look for hints just yet. If it's just time to look for said dead bodies. Which, slight problem, because I have no clue where the fuck they are. That's where the 4th floor is. But we can't go there yet, so let's check out the art room. Maybe there's a body here. Ah, yes. The demonetization room. Hello.
Huh?
Where could the 2 dead bodies have disappeared to?
Damn.
We need to search the bodies that have disappeared. What happens after that is still a mystery. Huh, the door must be locked. Well, that door's not supposed to be locked.
Damn.
And maybe one of you can kick down the door?
Huh?
Nope. Okay. Well, unhelpful as always. That's not true, but you know what I mean. Alright, let's check the rec room. Maybe there's a body stuffed in the locker. Nope. Hi, hello, Celeste. Hi.
Come on.
Indeed.
I found them. Hifumi and Taka's bodies had both been hidden in the repository.
Goodbye.
I've already told Hina and Sakura we'll go on ahead. The bodies were in the repository. Where the fuck's the repository? What's a repository? I don't know. Someone mind telling me what the fuck a repository is? Oh, cool! I wanted to go there, but the game's like, oh, well, you can't go in there, it's locked! Fuck! I'm mad now. I don't care about the statue. I just want to go. There's the repository. The doorknob turned. Guess it's unlocked. I have no choice but to go inside. I opened the door. When I entered, I saw... Yep, their bodies just laying there. 2 bodies that disappeared were right there. The smell of blood made me gag. What I saw before my eyes was unquestionable, unavoidable, unwavering reality. Then I heard the announcement for a second time.
A body has been discovered!
But you already said that.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
And so, here we are. Without further ado... Let me talk, you fucking bitch. Without further ado, let me give you all the next Monokuma file. I was gonna hand them out when you found the bodies the first time, but I thought something might happen. It was really hard to resist, but turns out, I was right. Just hand it over already.
Punishment is
waiting for you.
Now, make sure to investigate with all your mental might and prepare for the class trial.
See ya later.
Thank you, Monokuma. Well then, now I found the bodies, all I have to recover the culprit.
What the heck?
But hold on. How can you be so calm? I mean, they're dead, you know? This is the third time we've dealt with this shit, sweetie, alright?
That's terrible.
Dead. Gone forever. They're never coming back. She's sad. If she's the murderer, I'm gonna be extra sad. Awful. This is just too off. It can't be her. She was with us the whole time. Can it? Nia suddenly burst into tears. She clutched at Hifumi's lifeless body. Why Hifumi? Oh.
Who would do this? Why? Why?
Large wet tears fell from her eyes. Tears laying down Hifumi's cheeks. If this were some world of make-believe, that might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes. But this wasn't a movie. I mean, it's a video game. What? This wasn't.
He's alive again?
Excuse me, what? Fat ass can take some hammers to the head, apparently.
Where am I? Cold. So cold. Is winter coming? Hifumi! Wake up! Huh? That's right. I remember now. Hope's Peak. Come on, you gotta wake up! I remember everything before I met you all. I met you all.
Memories are all blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light. It's reaching out to me. Like the tail of a comet. Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you? Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasu. Hiro.
Well, shit. His eyes closed. They never opened again. Death for the second time. Absolute, undeniable death. You know how many more of Hina's tears splashed on his face? There's no second miracle. Reality set in again. This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality.
Honestly.
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins. No calcium in your bones. At least you have your meat.
Stop talking.
You're just angry. Going out of his way to return just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words. Now this game has become exceedingly boring. He said Yashihiro, right?
Then perhaps.
Yashihiro Haguri. That is the only person he could have been referring to.
So, in other words,
And with that, the case is solved. Assaulting people and even killing Taka and Hifumi, then going as far as to hide their bodies. Criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. Is that what Hiro is?
What is this?
If it's true, I can't forgive him. No way I can ever forgive him. To kill two of our friends. Anyway, it's about time we track down the culprit in our little life or death game here. Although, this time it's not all that life or death. The trial will conclude without much trouble.
Indeed.
Yes, it does look that way. Does it really, though? Like, how often do things go the way people think they will? It's going to begin again. We have to go through this one more time. I have to accept it. I have no choice but to go through with this to make sure everyone survives. I just have to do it. Here we go, boys. First, I better check the Monokuma file. Victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each were a blow to the head. How familiar! It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. That's it?
Very strange.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before. That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could, anyway. Maybe.
Well,
There's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Are you talking about Kyoko?
perhaps.
Without doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. What if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? An accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here?
Monokuma appears!
Don't be rude. I'm here to answer your question. What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained before, didn't I? During the first class trial. Yeah, they could be an accomplice, but they won't go out. They will only the murderer will get to leave if they went with whatever.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer.
No.
Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Debatable.
In other words,
So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
so then.
So you're saying nobody worked together this time either?
Hey,
Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct a free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder, only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So in other words,
You only need to figure out that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal?
well,
Okay. Let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is
extreme!
the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. The true blackened, so just one person.
Well now,
That's enough explainifying. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Oh, fuck. Good luck to all the contestants. There can only be one blackened. An accomplice wouldn't benefit. And I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to the case after all. You may be right. That's true then. Kyoko, where are you?
however,
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
Indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information.
So,
You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone a suspect just in case? Talking about the murderers feed genocide chat. No! Stop! She's perfect! She wouldn't do that. Actually, they were both guys. Fuck, she would do that. Shit. No, she wouldn't because the way she murders people is always the same. Never mind, go fuck yourself. There she is. There she is. What? I'm offended. You. When did you? I've been looking over for you. Ugh. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. Anywhere. You there, milk sack swimmer girl?
Huh?
Milk. Yeah, she's talking about your titties.
You gotta be kidding!
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
What the heck?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer. I'm sorry if you hear any noises outside. So what, I'm a special guest suspect every time? I have an alibi, you know. She's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. When the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body.
Yep.
Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. You don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
It's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about. I disagree completely.
Let's see.
On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again.
so then.
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure, I'd be totally useless on the investigation anyway. Ah, now I'm sad.
It's all clear.
And that's that. Let's begin. This whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. No shit! What tipped you off? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna save the game. This is gonna be a long one, boys. Buckle up. Unless if they get interrupted like I did last time during one of these class trial investigation parts. First things first, hammers. There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the walls, although some are more like mallets. Mallets. Could this be the justice hammers have been disguised using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers have been obviously seen a lot of use. All covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Spotless hammer has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Hell yeah. Alright, let's investigate the bodies. Taka will never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a bloated head. We found a justice hammer forward near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? There's a tarp laid out under his body. The killer used this to move Taka's body? That way there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Blue tarp has been added to the truth bullet section in your handbook. Ifumi's big cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. He's dead, you fucking asshole. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? From the nurse's office where he was discovered, to here, the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third. All without anyone noticing it. How the hell? No good, I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Oh, wait, something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling something's different? Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it. His glasses. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. How are you so fucking observant? Jesus Christ. Whatever. Now they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? Who would do that? And why? Fumi's glasses have been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay, let's keep looking in here. This is probably used to move. It's a dolly, it doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. Kinda awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh? But wait! Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. There's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What was the explanation for that? Repository dolly has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Nice. Camera, no use. Surveillance camera, I don't have time to be staring at it. Go fuck yourself. Hi, Sakura. How many aspects into this time? Too many, to be honest. Clearing it out might be good to look back on everything that happened.
So then.
Would you like my help? Yes. Yeah, let's look back on things. This morning, only 4 of us met up in the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. Soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her, meaning just after 7 o'clock. Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. RJ, Robo Justice, blah blah blah. It was Robo Justice. It also became clear that this Robo Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. Not long after leaving the nurse's office... What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the 2nd floor. I just realized I read a Celeste line. without the robot voice. I'm ashamed of myself. Went back up to the second floor, where we split up and began searching. Then, right after that, Celeste screamed. This time she apparently seen the suspect on the third floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the third floor. Celeste, what's wrong? There was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange, costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. And then... Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad, come on, we have to go back. At that point, we decided to split into two groups. Celestia and I went to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the subject up on the third floor. Then we got back to the nurse's office. We found Hifumi's corpse. Not corpse! Still technically alive. Which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. Left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the third floor to tell the others what had happened.
However...
But at the same time, we discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. Which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. So I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka. And that's when I showed up to you and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Byakuya went all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. As soon as we left the physics lab, we ran to Celeste, who had just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Hifumi's body has disappeared. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was, in fact, gone. Then I remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. Holy shit, this is a lot. I forgot all this happened last time. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? This time, Taka's body had disappeared. So from there, we began our search for both of the missing bodies. And after some time, Celeste told us she found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository. And there, we rediscovered the two bodies that had apparently vanished. And that brings us up to now.
However...
Looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime. Wow, that was kind of a waste of time, but at the same time, you know. I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stick together.
But
We came right to the repository to, you know, look around. When we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. Yeah, I know. I tried getting inside, and it was locked. It was locked? Yes, you know that, you dumb fuck. God. Susie. We came as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it, and why is it unlocked now? I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking here. Probably have to leave this area to figure it out. Are you sure about that? Yeah, probably is right. Oh yeah, I haven't looked at Byakuya yet. Byakuya, do you think Kyo really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders, disappearances all happened, each one of us had an alibi. The last thing Hifumi said when he died, he said Hiro's name.
In other words,
That there's no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe if I didn't, no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kind of dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
what?
And that's that. That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? Probably figured if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. If that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why did they bother killing 2 people?
What?
Because all the rule says if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your #1 priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances to get found out.
I see.
Hold on, perhaps. I see. So that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Huh, what's with the attitude? But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. Talks as if he figured something out. What if he did? Wouldn't it have killed him to tell me what it was? Okay, well that seems to be everything in this room. Yeah, that's everything. I haven't really locked on the door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from the art room. Door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies, and me, I tried opening the fucking door. The door's designed so that it can only be locked from the inside of the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims there's no way someone could have beamed them to the repository. So that's certain someone. I've got a big clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There are places I already know about. First, the nurse's office where Humi was found. Then the equipment room where Taka was found. Okay, so we can leave here now. Yes. Okay, this is a very interesting case so far. All the cases in this game are good. What the fuck? Alright. Let's go to the equipment room because that's the one that's close by. Okay. Hey, it's you. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I was super pissed. I missed such an ultimately rare event. Fucking love you. There's some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dolly in the repository. There's blood on its tire. Could that blood have come from here? Which could mean that Taka's body was also moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that definitely have been possible. Nice. Even the dolly was used to move Taka's body. What about Hifumi? Fumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with a dolly, there's no way to get it up from the 3rd floor. It's still a total mystery. Just a hammer for the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was left here. Really? That's all you have to say? What the hell is this? This tarp. I feel like I've seen somewhere before. Just recently, too. What? I just got a fucking coin for that? That's a hint, damn it! And your dumb ass is dead. That's a TV. I'm an idiot. Yeah? Alright, that's all here, I guess. At least as far as I'm aware. Okay, so now I gotta go all the way back to the fucking 1st floor. Okay, this case is a workout. Well, it's not that far of a run, honestly. Because you actually run quite fast in this game. What are you investigating, Celeste? I am not investigating anything. Precisely speaking, I am simply going around seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, eh? When it disappeared, it was supposed to be in a nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. And when you got back, the body was gone. It could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time.
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple minutes is I can't think of it as anything less than impossible. Celeste can have been added to the truth bowl section. Alright, cool. Blood. Like, hammer. Just hammer through. The one I used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind. Fuck me, man, really? Refrigerator. I wonder if there's anything to drink inside. After everything I've been through, I'm totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek. A bunch of blood packets in here. For blood transfusions, I guess. Doesn't help me, though. I'm not a vampire. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? That's a camera. What? What? More to look at? What more could there be to look at? I'm not using the fucking... Let's be thorough here, alright? TV. You fucking suck. Blood. We'll check the thing again. That's the hammer. Trash can! What? This is a normal trash can. Huh. Wait, there's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth. That's some kind of cartoon character on it. No, but it's all covered in blood.
Oh.
Ah, did you find something? Yeah, there's a cleaning cloth and a trash can.
Huh?
A cleaning cloth? And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either, but I think it might be important. Yeah, well, it's an anime character. Hifumi's glasses were cleaned. Bam bam. Connect the two dots. Is that everything here? Yeah, there we go. So this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hero's room. Oh, and let me give you this. There's no hero to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
All clear.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things grow ever more exciting. What are you talking about? If I already paid my debt, I don't owe you any more explanation.
Goodbye.
Well, at least he gave us some hints, which... Appreciate that, honestly. Yashiro's message had been added to the Truth Bolt section of your handy book. I'm still at Hero's room, but what's waiting for me there? Well, only one way to find out. Haven't been to the Spare Hotel in a little while. I don't like how the light's red in this hallway, honestly. Hero's room. Okay. I've honestly never paid attention to where the rooms were. Now that one's mine. So, dead. Dead. Not dead. This is Toko's, right? Yeah. Dead. Still alive. Yes? Yes. I haven't been all the way over here in a long ass time. Dead. The door is unlocked. I guess I can go inside. Byakuya did say to look. It might not be the best. That would be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. This is Hero's room. All kind of weird stuff in here. Where did he even get it all from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up. Which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? Okay, well... Bed. It's a normal bed, pretty much like the one in my room. Boxes. I bet there's something in the cardboard box. It's blueprints for something, and... something to look like it made cardboard, plastic, and... plaster? Is this Robo Justice? It's in Hero's room, but wait. These blueprints... Something about them bothers me. The penmanship! Robo Justice's blueprints have been added to the Truth Bowl section. Now let's check the bathroom. There's nothing in here. It's pretty grungy, though. How does a bathroom even get this dirty? Camera? You want to talk about it? Really? Really? No point in worrying about it? Really? You want to talk about it, game? You want to talk about that? You want to talk about... Please tell me that's showing up on the recording. I'm going to be so upset if it's not showing up on the recording. That camera is glitching out, and it's so weird. I don't want to be in this room anymore. I want out of this room. Okay, and when I walk out, Hero's gonna be there probably, right? Let go. Big news! Big news! What's wrong? We found Kyoko. What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news. Robo Justice showed up too. Robo Justice? It's Hero wearing the costume. Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the 2nd floor. I think Hero and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran off to the 2nd floor as fast as I could. Don't even give me the option to walk. Yay! It's just on the other side of the pool. Hey! Can we go over there? Yeah, thank you. We just swim across the pool. Kyoko and...
I mean...
Oh man, I had the worst day! Hero? What the fuck is going on? Hero... yeah, duh, who else would it be? That's a good question. Huh? Why do I look like this? What, did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati?
Right.
I found Hero. He was jammed to the pool room locker. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and he woke up. I still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it. Like, I don't know, caress my face or something. What the fuck is going on with this case?
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been this whole time? You disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Wow.
There's something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind.
It's nothing.
Never mind.
Hey,
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind? First of all, Hero, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean...
Oh, well, I mean, I have no idea. 1 second I was asleep, I don't even know what happened. Then I woke up, and then I was here.
I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me to just look at you.
Well, I don't know what's with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help?
Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
I didn't make the stupid friggin' thing.
it would seem...
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. Looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him. It took everyone's help, but we were slowly able to get Hero out of his suit. It took a few minutes, but we got all the pieces off.
Ooh, free at last.
Is it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fit Hero?
So then,
More to the point, nobody but Hero would be able to wear that costume.
Wait, hold on a sec.
honestly,
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well.
is that okay?
In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true. I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too.
Could it be...
Then it's obvious the one who put the costume on and went around attacking everyone
That's terrible!
was Hero. Shall we tie him up and gag? What the Shall we tie him up and gag him? That is gay.
Just the worst.
Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else.
To tie me up.
Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
Maybe a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment.
Yeah, I mean, attacking blueprints. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
You can talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them.
One kill two. I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake Hero running around.
You're the only one who can wear this costume. So else could possibly be the costumed attacker.
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
Fine, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. If I'm missing a beat, he started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is?
This is really weird.
I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right?
No, we don't,
I
actually.
mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hero could have fit into this dumb costume.
Fina took back off the suit again. I really like this girl, but come on, don't do this to me. Well, now you're all out of excuses.
No, it's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then
You're being sexist. Makoto, go ahead. Okay. Guess while I pick up the pieces off the floor and try putting them on. It's no good, the arms are too long, there's no way I can wear this. See, I told you it was impossible. You are absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
But
then there's another costume. Must be one that looks the same, but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence?
You claim there is another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us.
What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Hero's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is how we know it was him.
I mean, is this really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Someone, tell me?
Robo Justice costume was added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Oh, wait, shit, we still have time? What the fuck? Alright, cool. Byakuya, what do you have to say about this whole thing? It's looking more and more like it really was a setup. There's a big locker near the pool. Ah, thank you, game. Whatever.
What the heck?
No talking about this one. You did it. Everyone knows it.
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it?
Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hifumi.
Two people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it.
I did not. Wait, hold on. If those two are the ones that were killed,
How about that?
that's it. I know who did it.
So
You
then,
may as well tell us then.
Taka and Fumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right?
I'm at least 30%
Which means-
right.
Oh my god, you're such a fucking dumbass!
Which means Alter Ego and or Chihiro must have done it.
correct.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Huh? Unfortunate.
Stop trying to trick us. Just admit you did it, okay?
I'm telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh,
I know that note.
Note?
Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. Here's what it said.
Found a hole maybe we can use to escape.
Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. The last thing I remember is going to the rec room, and for some reason I fell asleep.
Okay. Actual evidence here.
The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So-
No, hold on. He could be on something. Nurse's office did have chemicals that can do that. What? Really?
Told you someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote that all to trick me.
Even that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you.
Well, after being trapped here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? God, they preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me.
I still don't buy it.
don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Okay then, show us that note. With pleasure. I have it right here in my
Pocket.
No way.
Looks like I lost it.
Yeah, sure.
Please.
Yeah, believe me, I want her to fly.
As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason.
What the heck, for serious?
Yashiro's account has been added to the Truth Bowl section. Alright, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why would we keep investigating? We already know who did it. Why'd you kill them? Tell us, Hero.
No, it's like I said.
Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. Must be totally broke, and that's why.
Wait, that's a false accusation. Someone help me.
Just be thankful we haven't found and get. What the fuck? Why? Stop! No! If you have time to yell and carry on, we have time to search for evidence, right?
Oh, you're right. I need to look for the second student in that note. Feet don't fail me now. I guess I'd better get back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Toko or Genocide Jack to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away.
Makoto,
Do you have a second? Huh? Why don't you help me with the investigation?
it would seem...
Looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later, when you have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. Then go fuck yourself.
Anyway...
Anyway, I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Well, I don't know. I don't really trust you right now, you little shit. Okay.
Shall we go?
Thanks. Now then, shall we?
Hey,
So Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses. I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey,
Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer?
anyway...
Hey, well, you have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay, then show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. Guess we should head that way for now. Dot 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 dot. That's not the right stairs. Don't look at the titties. Don't look at the titties. Don't look at the titties. Fumi and Taka. Roma and Kyoko seemed to go rigid, but only for a moment.
So then...
Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka without hesitation and began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
Tomoto Kumo files right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth. She was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable.
I see.
Kodo, I found something. You did?
Hey.
Remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? He did?
Whew.
Are you so oblivious to people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? What the fuck is your problem? No, that's not it. Anyway, so you said he had a watch?
So then...
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? Most likely broken in his encounter with his assailant. If you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime after 6, right?
That's right.
Last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Hey, you, how long are you going to keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he pointed at his... Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he started pointingly at his wristwatch. I stared pointing... Fucking... I don't care. It's almost 10 o'clock. You know that bedtime is for all the little boys and girls.
In other words...
So if it worked at 10 o'clock last night, it could have been broken at 6 p.m. I mean, it doesn't happen at 6 in the morning. Broken wristwatch has been added to the bullet second hand.
However...
Listen, I'll look at Taka's left hand. He seems to be gripping something. You're right, there's something white in there.
Makoto,
Can you try to pry it out? Me?
because...
Rigor mortis already set in. Boys are better suited for this kind of manual labor, right? You sexist fuck. Okay, as much as I want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. Taka's cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper? Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it? I can't read today.
Is that right?
I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then...
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he left us a few clues of his own. Kiyotaka, scrap of paper is matched to the truth both sides. The biggest problem I have right now, the killer's able to move Hifumi's massive corpse from the nurse's office and his size right off. Furthermore, it seems Hifumi died to a blow to the head. Most likely kill used just hammer free, which is... But... When I found his body in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. Now they're spotless. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses clean? Who did that and why? We had that hint before. I guess I have to talk to her again. So did you find anything? I did. More than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper.
That's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
He stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he hid it on purpose, you see? In his pants. Wait, so you...
Why is that?
It was just his pants, not like his socks or something. I don't know what that means.
Hey,
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto. Open it up. Well, I think of how it's stuffed down his pants. It's like... Better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note? Found a hole maybe we could use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else. For now, let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
So...
That sounds very familiar. That's it, it's the same thing Hiro said. He's telling us the truth. No, Hiro said 1 a.m.
However...
Although it's not exactly the same, is it? Last night someone slipped a weird note on my door, and here's what it said. Found a hole that maybe we could use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. The time is different. Hiro told us that the note said to meet at 1 a.m., but the note they wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
Is that right?
Hold on. Just because Hifumi had a note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So...
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. There's some meaning to part of it getting ripped? Can you maybe explain a little more? Think carefully.
Hey,
Why would you have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
so then...
If it wasn't just a scrap of paper when it was holding it, what if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. The note Hifumi had has been...
Hey,
Alright, I should tell you one other thing. The 2 victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So handbooks have nothing to do with the murders were carried out. There's any reason to think that they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. But I said they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. Handbook may play a role. I don't think I understand. But if Kyoko thinks it's important, better keep it in mind. E-handbook has been added to the truth bullet section. Here we go, boys.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin!
That's different than what he usually says. He usually complains about being bored.
Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
It would seem...
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we better get going. Okay. I saved over the wrong No, I did save over the right one. Alright, we're good. Okay, well, be right back. Alright, kids, here we go. Time for some thrills, chills, kills. Ow, fuck my arm. Alright. Everyone heard Monokuma's proclamation. They were gathered by the red door. As soon as we were all there...
Monokuma appears!
What the fuck?! Hello! 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 He's multiplied? Nope. Not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast it only looks like I've multiplied.
Can you tell which one is the real Monokuma?
Can we just get on the elevator already?
You're not playing along. Along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay, fine.
Hey,
And if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train, elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay, then shall we?
Please.
Oh, hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins. I told you already, I didn't do it. For serious. That reminds me. Did you ever find the other costume? Or the note? Oh, well, no, but... How unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit.
Hey,
This isn't a place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first. Then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. Kill whoever killed Tifumi and Taka, get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, and for the two that lost their lives. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed two of our friends. The killer is... someone right here.
Just the worst.
Let's hurry up and go so we can make Hiro pay for his crimes.
damn.
I don't like Monokuma's carefree attitude.
Yes.
Come on, Big Mac, let's do it.
I'm excited. I
Just the
did
worst.
not want to click on that one. Were you listening? Wait till we get to the courtroom to begin your arguing. It wasn't me. You gotta believe me. I partly believe him.
hey,
I do believe him. The story begins when we get down there. It would appear the culprit has been confirmed. The trial will be over in no time. That's what we thought with the last case, and it went on for an hour and a half, I think. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. And I began to walk toward the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, the doors closed on their own. Steel box began to move. The clunky elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator door slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. Oh, this is different.
When I see all of you gathered together like this, I just realize how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Only because of you. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute!
Come on.
Stop goofing off and begin the trial.
Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned.
Thought I heard a knock at my door.
I'd be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats.
So the curtain opened once again. Deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Here we go, boys. Where it all ends. This is where chapter 3 ends. So let's get it over with. Okay. Set skills. Alright, we got that. Extraordinary focus, which adds 2 SP. Increases damage to effect during bullet time battle. Alright. Allows you to lock on 2 statements at once, effective during a bullet time battle. Ooh, that's actually good. And that's all. Really? Okay, let's look at our e-handbook and look at all the true bullets. There's 17. Here we go. Let's get it started.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprint for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know.
Is Hiro really the killer, or before anything else, I have to make that clear. There's so little left. Oh God.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
When we look at the blueprints, that handwriting is awfully messy. If I remember right here, handwriting is...
Everything we found in your room.
I just don't remember the controls, alright? Silencer, alright, controls fast forward. Okay, and space is concentrate. Got it.
The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof that you are the culprit.
It's not true. It's
Hiro, why?
no. Just hold on a second.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts.
No, that's wrong.
Get yoinked, miss.
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different.
You bring
Wouldn't
up
you
Alter
say?
Ego in front of Monokuma! Why?
When you compare it to the blueprints,
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
no, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
That is 100% true.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
I don't think Hiro's the
He is
culprit.
not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
Hey!
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
Of course he passes it off to me.
So? Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
Suspicious individual in question. Wouldn't have been the suit. Hina. Well, obviously not the Illuminati. Hiro's the one who's just been fucking blamed. So it's... I don't remember. I'm gonna guess and get it wrong. It was wrong. I'm actually fucking stupid. I forgot. You know, I forget who Tina is half the time, even though it's the person I built up complete trust with, because I'm actually, you know, brain dead.
Shoot!
Looks like I just embarrassed myself in front of everyone. Whoa!
I got it! Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
Robo-Justice is such a stupid name.
What? Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we
Was it
get to
Celeste?
that,
Oh no, it was.
there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
Sorry.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
I think I used to move Taka's body. It must have been... Well, obviously the tarp. But also the dolly.
I got it!
Yeah, there we go. We're back to business. So one more thing. Things I used to move Taka's body, they must have been the tarp and the dolly.
I got it!
BAM! I'm a fucking beast.
They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
That's not the order I picked them, but go fuck yourself, me. What's the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body, am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection.
Shut the fuck up, Byakuya.
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
What the fuck?
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
What? Yes! Why would I not want to fucking hear it? Let's talk about reloading. Starting with the next bullet time battle, we're gonna add one more ingredient to the recipe. Bottom left underneath the tempo meter, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't been really much maybe on how you destroy your opponent's statements. Up for now, just locking on and pressing the mouse button won't be enough to handle them. Now it'll cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the tab key. Just like locking on, you have to press the tab key with the tempo marker. Basically, just remember that the tab key has a function along with right mouse button and left mouse button. It'll automatically reload at start of fever time, and your ammo will not decrease. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. Or that is you ignore everything I just said. Well then, good luck and have fun. Is it really a bullet time battle this early on? That's a fucking first.
You had it wrong.
Okay, wait. Fever time is space. Okay.
agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch.
Why is she being so mean to me? What the fuck?
Wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. I cannot agree. This should prove
Why was she such a dick to me so early on? What the fuck? Fuck me, man.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here.
You fucking cunt. God, I hope she's the goddamn murderer now. I want her fucking dead after that shit.
When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire marking that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
You dumb bitch. Hey, go fuck yourself. Yeah, I guess so, really. What the fuck?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
Please explain.
If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately
Because you have to bend down to move the dolly, and you can't move while in the body. Like that.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Yes.
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp,
Yes.
then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Yes.
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
I already know that's the thing. I have to
Then
click.
you can push the dolly, no problem.
I just want to hear what they say.
So the killer just crouched down and carted the body off to the repository.
If you accept everything we just said, then you must realize that whoever was in the suit couldn't possibly be the culprit.
Sorry, I don't think I realized anything.
Yes, I know, game. I just wanted
As you
to...
know,
Taka was scanned from there.
Yeah, then loaded it on.
Now, keep in mind that the dolly...
Well, yeah, but even without it, all you'd have to do is bend over.
You can't bend over while being Robo-Justice.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together, remember?
I'm blind as bad here. Can't see with my feet at all. I'm surprised you even got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Not to mention, totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit
There's a lock on it. Can't take it off. Once it's on, you...
I got it!
Yeah, there we go.
I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
Which she doesn't, because she wasn't there. Just like to say that. I don't know what's up with this thing, but can't you get it off? A little help? How would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make the stupid friggin' thing. There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. I don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
Did my mouse just die? Are you fucking kidding me? My mouse literally just died.
Wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that
Give me a minute. I gotta get a battery that's hopefully not dead. I'm gonna have to reach in some controllers to find them, which would be rather unfortunate, might I add. Ah! Full battery. Nice. Good. Sorry, continue.
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. Or that's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
Okay.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina,
Oh, not
Kyoko,
this shit again.
and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. but not long after leaving the nurse's office.
I've read this line like I think 3 times today. Not 3 times today, but I already read this line in this part. I'm sorry, I don't feel like reading it again.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the 2nd floor.
3rd.
And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out
No, we
to
did look around
everyone
the
as soon
2nd
as I
floor.
did.
Celeste, what's wrong? I have intense scream for someone like you. Silence me, costume, man. Ran up Susie screaming, was blocking the stairs, so I headed for a dent. The hallway and disappeared.
and then,
Oh, is that?
at that point we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi dead.
He wasn't technically
And
dead.
that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us, and she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Alright.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating or something? We went for all this
When
today,
we
I just
got
realized.
there, we discovered that now Taka's
But this time with
body
voice
had
acting.
also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies.
Dead. Dead as dicks.
And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
Yeah, it really does.
It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we
Alright.
can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradiction's hidden what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find him no matter what. There we go, back to gameplay, boys. So there's a lot of just exposition slash, you know, same shit over and over again.
So, regarding Taka's death,
Uh-huh.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
Alright, that's nothing to do with this.
what makes you say that?
Good point.
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
No.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Those hammers were numbered, but were they really using that order?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
I missed? Alright, I'm retarded.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Please hit.
It's true that
Why can't I hit anything?
Hammer 3. While Taka's death,
See? So it's obvious Taka came... So, I wonder if... Or perhaps it was... We already know what order they were. Taka came last.
what makes you say that?
Alright, I guess I gotta slow it down a bit.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
No! Alright, cool! Every time I tried shooting something... Every time I tried shooting the first one, like, you missed it. So fuck yourself, game.
I wonder if... Or perhaps it was... We already know what order they were killed in.
What? Oh my god. There's the ghost thing. I forgot that gimmick existed. Go fuck yourself, game. Okay.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3.
While Taka's death came...
See? So it's obvious Taka came...
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Thank God. Alright, I'm really bad at this.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi?
The timing of it. The timing of it with the
then.
watch.
Let's see the proof.
I mean, they really said what time he must have died. Here we go. Is it 5's layer? Is it wristwatch? All right. Oh, it has to be in order. That was an easy one, even though I'm retarded.
I understand.
I'm low on letter. I'm low on letters. Low on lives.
I got it.
Taka's wristwatch. Yeah.
See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
Hey, how long are you keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock at bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
What was that? That came from downstairs.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body. That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
There's your evidence, dude.
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing. Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway. In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. So the killer is able to get in and move Hifumi's body in a short amount of time. It would seem so.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
Please, share.
If the dead body were to move itself.
'Cause he wasn't dead yet! Right! Yeah, he technically wasn't dead!
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another... ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
No one checked for a pulse, didn't they?
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
It could totally be possible.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. Hifumi was dead. And you know that surely you heard the body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Bam, easy. Get fucked.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
Bam.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
Name's Monokuma.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Yeah, I feel like that was plenty also.
Huh? He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
The second body discovery announcement. First time saying how you saw a nurse's office and equipment room. Second time was when
I got it!
more healing,
The
boys.
second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Ding dong, ding dong. The body's been discovered. A certain amount of time to use heavy, like class trial will begin.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
I know what it is.
Oh, I know!
What is it? Please.
Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
You're wrong, but I like the enthusiasm.
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
I'm pretty sure he was still alive. That's fine. Show it to everyone. Oh wow, that was easy. Fine.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved,
I was gonna say something here.
other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Then, was he really still alive?
Of course not. It is impossible. This is ridiculous.
Well, here's one. The first time we found him, and then
His body
And the next time it was in.
But when you compare his body before, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
That was the wrong button I pressed. Oh well.
No, that's wrong. In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
Please. I would love to.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can. I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot.
Anime.
One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Higgles. From Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
Why was he pretending to be dead though?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
Yep.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Hifumi.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the
I just
repository.
want to know who the murderer is. Is it Celeste? I think it might be Celeste.
But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means, when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
Oh shit!
But that means he took part in the murders.
And they got betrayed.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
I'm not having trouble believing this. I believe it completely.
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
Yes! I'm so smart.
You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
I don't like the way you said that.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
Send home, maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out. Don't tell anyone else for now. This means they quit a room at 6 a.m. Why are we saying this in front of him?
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go.
But it's a different time.
Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
It's Taka. It's like...
That's right! Taka!
Hifumi's pants. Why? Why? I want to know what happens if he picked that, but I don't want to fucking, you know, be an idiot.
The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
Alright, please, explain to me.
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right?
Uh-huh.
So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy! Just to be clear...
Yes!
TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right? Ugh, yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
I don't think she's scary. Can't let her get to me. Oh my god, we got 3 fucking... Wait, how do I change?
The note, right?
How do I change the hints, right? Oh, mouse wheel.
Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m.,
The time doesn't matter!
Yes, it does.
The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Oh god, this is a hard one. Oh, you have to 6 a.m. What happened at 6 a.m.? That's how you clear up.
Huffy had the note, right?
I mean, broken
And the
wristwatch.
person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
There's 2 options! I hate it!
Huffy had the note, right? And the person it was must have been Huffy!
But
I'm gonna go with the
remember
last
what
one first.
Time did it 6 a.m. The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
BAM! You fucked! I'm sorry, I like you, but... You... Just wanna know who the murderer is, man.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
The time.
What the hell are you talking about?
Please don't stab me. Please don't stab me.
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Alright, I'm glad.
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it? Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Got proof right here, bitch! Where is it? 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 Where is it?
I got
BAM! Get
When I
fucked!
searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from its death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Oh, it's Celeste! It's gotta be.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
He's not. He's dead as dicks. The fucking the body alarm thing played.
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository, so he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus! Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
Oh my god, he actually brings up a good point, and I know exactly what bit of evidence is gonna be used.
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue. So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then...
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
Same hammer, well, same type of hammer, but you know, not Justice
I
Hammer.
don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
I know exactly what it fucking is! It's the fucking hammer that was cleaned off in the room, yes!
What was used to kill Hifumi?
Spotless hammer, bam!
Justice Hammer 3?
No,
Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
no.
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
What the fuck are you going on
One
about?
thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
I think you're wrong about that.
That's about it.
Alright.
What was used to kill? Was it just maybe Justice?
Well, there's one. How was the culprit? How did nobody... Sounds like a Justice Hammer! Check out murdergear.com!
Well, one thing seems pretty. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice.
Woo! I'm the best at this game.
The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But seriously, a different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used the hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to
You
assume
did it!
someone was
You're the one who
working together
fucking
with
did
you.
it!
The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did talk about there would be no reason. We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but...
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive, assuming the rule holds true.
I'm so good at this game. Where'd my mouse go? Hold on. Wait a minute. Did I just slap my mouse without even realizing it?
Since there were two murders,
And it did not make a
it's
noise?
plausible
Wait,
that
hold
more
on.
than
Give me a
one
minute.
person was involved.
Hold on. There it is. I slapped my mouse across the room and didn't even realize it. Wow, I am actually stupid. How the fuck did I pull something like that off? Alright, well,
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering.
But there was 2!
Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that 2 people could act as each other's accomplices to commit 2 separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating 2 separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
The effort to make us the effort made to convince us that 2 murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that from the very beginning. Of fucking course she did. Why she did not decide to look into a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko's really amazing, although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. It's almost unnatural how good she is at
I
this.
understand how an accomplice could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
No shit. Numero uno. The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions. He again murdered him. In the debates up till now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all that, really only one person seems to fit. It's Celeste. It's Celeste. It's Celeste.
Here's my answer.
Goodbye, Celeste. It's been
It was
fun,
Celeste.
but it's been real. And I liked you up until this case. Like when we started to the class trial, you started treating me like shit.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
Whoa.
Pardon-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the 2 of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the 2 of you were working together.
Nope. 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 Alright. I'm just skipping. I'm not even gonna bother.
I got it!
Yeah, I guess.
The behavior
I'm
they
stupid.
had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Fuck you!
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Is it because I fucked up with that last question like a fucking retard?
Are you everything they told us was a lie?
Why does everyone hate me? Let everyone
After
be known.
taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said? We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said? Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up. Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
I was certainly not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
They must really be enjoying They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die, just like those guys died. Wait a minute!
I remember her saying that too, but
Plural!
I don't understand
Fuck!
what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed, so Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Next to the Celeste comment doesn't make any sense. What is he alluding to? It's so obvious! Fucking!
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it, what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Yes, you only could have known about Hifumi's death. Never mind, what's so strange about what she said is...
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it, what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
All I said was...
I don't know what... I know what to shoot. I don't know what to shoot it with.
Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die. We are going to die.
Just like those guys.
Alright, we're good. And I think that's the whole case.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations?
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right?
Yes!
So let's put the suit on, and
No.
then she used the camera's timer to...
You were in the suit. Hifumi was being held by you in the suit when you were knocked out. And then Celeste took the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Other explanations. But what's the picture of the suspect driving Hifumi away? The only other possibility is...
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and
Oh,
allow
fuck.
me to educate you.
See, Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. Is that really possible? Make your argument, boys. Alright.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
Whatever he said, that you couldn't bend at the waist.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed.
Then you just draped it. You tried to make me look.
Like I said, as you can see in the picture, if the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight.
Easy.
No, that's wrong.
Are you quite done yet, Celeste? Are you gonna fucking back down? You're gonna keep doubling down and fucking
No.
make this go on
Even
longer.
if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
To get bent at the waist seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Ooh, there we go. That's a tell.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
There we go. That's... The poker face has been broken.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
I don't... Why is the camera spinning? I don't like it.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Celeste?
Oh, shit.
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Hey, Hifumi was the attacker who tried to kill you. Who killed me? That's right, I remember their name. Yashihiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
Oh my god, what the fuck?
He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
Weren't you not in the room for that?
Yasuhiro Hakakure!
Right! But my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Holy fucking shit.
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
Last names?
I got it!
Yeah, alright.
That's right! Our last
And we
name.
never knew Celeste's last name! Oh my god!
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Oh.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
I think you just lost, sweetie.
Well, do I?
Her hand's really big, and I don't like that.
What? I think I've earned the right.
Okay. That was a little bit of a weird of a cut.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
I still don't give up, so then I have to make her accept it. Alright, another bullet time, let's go. Make your argument. Nope, never mind. I thought it was another bullet time battle. E-handbook! Oh my god!
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name.
Who said? Oh my god, the timer on this one!
There's one person here who might have that last name.
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
Oh fuck.
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth.
Hello there.
And since you have no way to contradict
Good,
me,
just get the fuck away from me. I'm sick of seeing your fucking face right now.
That's it! The handbook!
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
This handbook is almost absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it'll display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has so many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
We have 20 minutes. Alright, let's go. Let's talk to Hifumi. Oh, okay. That's clearly not part of the hint. Okay, this is already hard. Oh my god, this story is fucking massive! Jesus Christ, I'm awful at this game. Move the body bag. We had trouble pushing it. And he was done. Celeste killed him with fucking. I want to figure this one out if that hints. Alright, we have time. They're shaking hands. Then here. At 1 o'clock. He was knocked out. Is that it?
Here's exactly what happened. Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
I tried doing this one without hints, so let's see how good I did.
Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning.
I think I might have gotten one wrong, that's my one concern.
That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion...
There's one
on
I think I
Hiro.
got wrong, and that's what I'm concerned about.
When they were
Actually,
done
two.
with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
Alright, I got that one right. There's one more I think I got wrong.
And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
There's one I think I got
murder
wrong.
weapon
It's the one
was
with Justice Hammer 2.
4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1, and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2, and an injured Hifumi, to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But
Yes!
while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
I did it! I did it, guys!
The plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is... Celeste. Sorry, you lose.
I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
This case dragged on for quite a while, though. Woo! I'm the best at this game. 101. God fucking damn. All right, I'm fine with that.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
It's really impossible to hate Monokuma. I don't know why. Basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The Blackened this time, the true killer who devised this whole stinking scheme was... Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yashiru.
Honestly.
Should I still keep with the robot voice? Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. Because I won't be able to do it ever again. I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. How did you come to agree? I can't imagine he would happily agree to commit murder. Sure, you relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then did you know... I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean... She's talking about alter ego to bring the blood up and blood Monokuma like 6 times! Sorry. That one little fucking plot hole is angering me to no end. I've brought it up so many times out in the open.
Say what?
What? What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here.
I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words...
You're the one who stole it?
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you come up with? Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
what? Are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it.
So then...
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? Turn out, I found use for the digital camera. I taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted pictures as soon as I showed Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh,
He did?
As for me...
He came into my room last night unannounced, and then, it's hard for me to even say, stop, you fucking dick. He abused me.
what?
And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime, an absolute crime. I know he got a little crazy, but I never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna fucking kill him. Holy shit, dude. All right.
Most unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you go now, you will be playing right into his hands. Huh?
Actually...
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he made you his target.
What?
Escape, you don't mean. Taka is going to try to kill you.
Indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself.
This is
That bastard.
completely
Bastard!
Honestly.
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? She...
I swear, I will save her!
I have to save her.
Actually...
Then, would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan. Huh? I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. He. And with that, it is complete. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love. Even a love as twisted as that can still drive people mad, it would seem.
You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
Indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But
So why'd you decide to make me the suspect?
Because you're stupid. Wow, straight to the point, huh?
That's it?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though.
I feel like I'll cry.
But when you were explaining your plan to Fumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Fumi supposed to do after that, assuming all of you have actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead once someone showed up, I told him to say he's been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And you really believe that? Well, of course. That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what's happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so no one could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward. Stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end...
So he planned to kill him all along. But of course, there would have been no point to my plan if just one who pretended... to be... There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
Look, good human life means so little to you.
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
don't be mean.
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then what made you take things this far? Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money. It's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape.
But
But all along you've been saying how you have to accept living here.
You little bitch.
Obviously, that was a lie.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You little bitch.
I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And do you want to know why, huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. What was this dream of yours?
isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle, you sick fuck. A castle? And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers/bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That is what life is all about. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but
There is nothing to be done.
unfortunately, my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There is simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how could you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why are you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people, I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes,
That's
indeed.
right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
Hey.
You just get executed again. Hee hee. Hee hee hee. Celeste smiled then. When she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed that she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. With that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Kills, chills, kills!
Y'all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The Blackened disturb the peace and must pay the price.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
So I assume we're done doing voices for Celeste. Which, on one hand, the voice is kind of hard to keep up. On the other hand, I love doing the voice. Not as much as I love doing Monokuma's voice, of course.
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then... Take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
What the fuck? Listen. That's... What? What the fuck? Okay. Well, at least the fire got put out. That was a really weird death. And literally a chapter ago, a guy got turned to fucking butter. So, I'm just... The butter was funny. That was just really weird. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friends. So I can't pity her, but also can't deny at one point I considered her a friend too. And for him just to come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez. And here I thought you were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
I don't care about hope. Throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that reality just can't be avoided.
Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna keep us going through this? What do you want from us?
God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key-type object from Celeste?
Hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
Huh, what's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do? What did you do to me? What the fucking fuck?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body? What the fuck?
Ooh. How exciting.
Oh man, oh jeez. Oh man, oh jeez. What do you mean? What did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it.
What was that just now? Mastermind did something to Kyoko's body. What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here.
Well,
Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
see ya later.
Monokuma disappeared, leaving all of us depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair, there was one small hope. Hey Kyoko, Monokuma only mentioned it, but what's that key that Celeste gave you?
so...
Most likely, it's key to one of the dressing room lockers. Well, that means Celeste probably hid it there.
Hey,
In there. So this, sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, you better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. You left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room.
Oh shit, the chapter ain't over yet? What the fucking fuck?
As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey,
I'm gonna go alone from here. I'm all set to the dining hall. Check in with you later. Why exactly are you going alone?
so...
You even have to ask. As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean.
Why you?
Still risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please let me go.
Standing here arguing is gonna draw more attention to us. Just do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya.
well
It's up to you now.
Yo,
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? So Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together?
Is that what I think it means? No. You look at Makoto. Oh, I guess she's saying that for her distraction. It was like her total pushovers when you show a little backbone. Try to forget what Hina said. Everyone rushed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah.
So then...
You'd get into that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. The locker swung open. We saw. Good morning. Been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness. I never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It's like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. Doing my best, so please wait just a while longer. So I can officially say this case is closed. As far as the incident is concerned, sure. But, can we take a second since we have this opportunity? I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own here at the school?
You...
Is that why you want to come here with me?
However...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know. That just makes me even more worried.
What?
Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time. You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that,
Indeed.
it's only natural you think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too. No. I believe in
What?
you. You believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. I want you to believe in me, too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more, then...
That's fine.
Fine, I'll tell you why I've been disappearing where I've been going. You see... What I heard from Kyoko then was... Well, frankly, kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believed in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own 2 eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action. Does this... I want to, like, stop now, but I'm so interested, and it's been going on for... I've been playing for almost 3 hours straight now. Please send help.
Correct.
Boys' bathroom doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. In a storage closet there, way in the back. Always knew there would be something fucking there. Then way back of the boys' storage room closet. But could it really be right about this? I've clicked on this like 4 times, right? Just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. So Coco told me about. Could it be really him? Could it really be him? Here's a fake wall. So it was in the back of the storage closet. I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet, and suddenly, as if I were being yanked in, gashunk. Every time I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. No idea what was going on. Bump. I had fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out, the back wall was like a revolving door, and I made my way to the other side, just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor of the storage closet. In the back of that closet, there's a secret room. This is the secret room. What's in here? Oh my fucking god, what? There's a bunch of files and what looked like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Look at everything. One file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope's Peak Academy Student Registry. The only figure not covered in dust. Someone been looking at it recently? I slipped a file into my hand. But before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file and I turned my attention to it. What's this? You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I can understand if it said, like, I can't leave, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. This strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? A strange sound rang through my head. I felt like I was shaking my brain back and forth. And then, darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it'd been. Ow. Apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull, throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. It's a normal desk and no more drawers. Empty bookshelf. Huh, empty? Gone. It's all gone. The yearbooks, student registry, and even a note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone? What does this... What the fuck is going on? My brain refused to do any more work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room, get some rest. My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back toward my room. Somehow I managed to make it back to the 1st floor of the school. The farther I walked, the more I felt. Things getting blurry. I can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that... As if from a vast distance I heard a sound. It was faint but undeniable. That sound coming from the gym? What the fuck is going on? I desperately hauled my shaky frame toward the gym. The sound got stronger and stronger. What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here in the gym? I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. Kachab, back you. Jaka here, batching. Before the rage of battle beyond anything humanly possible. Sans? No. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for ruining the mood. No, one side's not human, that's for sure. But regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
Deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat. No longer compromise. No longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay. But you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? And could it be Mastermind Spy is